What's up, guys? It's M here. So, I want to talk about something that I think is very important within our lives when we're building ourselves, and that's mainly by staying in the shadows. What does that mean? That means not telling anybody about your aspirations. So, if you have a goal that you always want to pursue, you always wanted to strive for and complete, the best thing to do is not to tell anybody about it. The reason why is you're going to always have somebody that has some type of opinion, whether if they get it or not. The problem is that sometimes people's opinions can persuade you, can affect you, especially if you care about their opinion. For instance, I have a good friend. I tell him things that I want to do here and there, but as I've gotten older, I've figured out, like, you know what? Let's not tell him about my plan. Rather than talking about it, let's just execute the plan and see how far I can get with it. So that's the first thing I would tell you guys, when pursuing your goals, not to tell anybody about it. Keep it to yourself and work on it until you get to that desire. Next is that don't don't be around too many acquaintances, or even some of your friends. Have like I want to say like slots for them. Days that you see them, times when you can be able to meet them. But I would say seeing people on a regular basis is the wrong thing for you, especially if you want to accomplish your goals. You're going to have to put time between you and them so you can put time more into your goals, because all of us want to be with our friends and families and, hang out with people that, make us feel good. People that, get us, people that, you don't mind hanging around with, getting a drink with every now and then. But the issue with that is that you're taking time away from the things that you should be pursuing. Goals that really require your time and effort. It's almost as if you have a child. Your goals and aspiration is your child. So rather than give it away to other people or other things, give it to yourself. Give it to your goals, your aspirations that you've been wanting to complete almost all your life. All of us have something that we always wanted to do, but we just didn't know how to get there. But in some point in our life, we figure out how to do that. We gain some experience that can help us push forward. And from those learning experiences, we can put them into our goals and aspirations now. And the next thing I would say was very important is getting comfortable being by yourself. You see, if you're not comfortable being by yourself, that means you won't be comfortable completing the goal when it's necessary. You're always going to need validation from somebody else. And so you don't want to get validation from anybody else. You want to get validation from yourself. And the best way to get validation from yourself is pursuing your goals, whether or not you hit them. But the most important thing, that you're actively pursuing them and you're accomplishing your mission. So it's always good to have goals, have tasks that you want to do to complete the goals, so you can get that dream of yours. You know, you don't know how far, how fast you have to go, how long it's going to take. But the most important thing is that you just go on the journey and you enjoy the journey, right? Because if you don't enjoy the journey, you probably won't ever understand the meaning of the journey. We all want to know what the bigger picture is, but maybe the bigger picture is you just pursuing the thing that you want, even if you don't get that result. But the goal is to learn from your failures to gain the ability to win. Because you have to fail to gain success. Because without failure, you won't know what success is. And you don't understand how to recreate that success. The ways that, I know this is by, when I completed college. I stopped for a little bit. I knew I had to go back, and I went back and I pursued it, completed it. Getting jobs, hiring careers and stuff like that. taking risks leaving a job because I wasn't getting the opportunity I want out of it to get to another place. And so those are the things that I'm talking about. Sometimes you're going to fail other places to get to something. It probably won't work out the first time, but it might work out the second time, but just don't quit. And the next thing is that you always want to have your goals written down. You want them written down so you can have a path that you got to follow. Because maybe it might change. Maybe you hit that goal that you've written down, but you still haven't reached that result. That means that you can target something else to help you get closer to that goal, because you don't know how far it is to get there. So it's very important to have things written down so you can see the bigger picture, see where you're going. And I think that's what is so important about your journey. You need to have a clear vision. Sure, at the point in time is blurry, but if you have something written down, you can see where you're going. You can see your timeline. You can see where you want to go. You can see what you want to do in a year. You plan out for 2 years. Sure, you don't know when you're going to hit the goal, but you do know the things that you want to do to get closer to the goal, to achieve it, right? How can we explain this? You want to get higher in your job, right? You have a career that you want to pursue. And so you know that you have to have a certain degree, certain amount of experience going, or a certain type of training. So you're going to do the job if you want to become a math professor, right? So you're gonna go to college, get good at math, complete your degree in math, and you're gonna try to get to your master's, because only way you can teach it in college, whether that's a community college level or the university level, you have to at least have a master's degree or doctorate. So you know what's gonna take to get there, what you need to do, but the journey is gonna take a while, because you probably need to, first of all, complete your degree, complete your master's degree. Then you need experience teaching that subject. So you might have to start as a tutor. Then you go hire as a tutor for a college professor. And then after that, when you finish your doctorate degree, then you might have the opportunity to be a adjunct professor and then ultimately become a full-time professor. And so that's the way that you got to go look at it when you're going towards it. You probably didn't know that at first. But now, since you've learned about the process, you learned about how to get there, ask people about their experience, now you kind of have an idea, but you know that the road is going to take a while. And the next thing is never quit. You should never quit on yourself. You should never quit on your goals, because what's going to happen, right, is that it's going to come by again. It's going to appear again in your head. The idea is going to spark in your mind somewhere down the line. So rather than quitting on it, rather than just giving up, learn how to be consistent. When you learn how to be consistent and just enjoy the process, you'll be better off than wanting to get there immediately. Wanting to know, why can I get there? You gotta learn that the process is much more important. And how do you know that you need to enjoy the process? It is by taking one step every day. So you understand the process to get there over the long run. However, the steps to get there, it requires you to focus on today and learn from the past, which was yesterday. So the way to get to your goals is by never quitting. But you must learn that the way to never quit is just to focus on today. Don't focus on the next day, but you want to remember what happened your past yesterday, and focus on today to get to that goal. Because if you continue to try to move too fast forward, you might fall. But if you focus on today, you have a plan for the next day, and you accomplish that goal that day and move on to the next day, which you have a goal plan for, you'll be good. That just gives you something to look forward to the next day, that plan. And that's how you never quit, because you don't focus on the years in advance. You focus on today and you look forward to tomorrow, and you remember the past, which was yesterday, that you learned from. And that's the key here. So stay in the shadows, man. Focus on your goals. Don't let anybody know your business. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the process, and just focus on today. And just keep doing that, and keep focusing on your goals until you get to that pinnacle of the desire that you want. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.